Hello and a warm welcome to Federal special program Capital Beat. Should Arvind Kejriwal resign or run the government from inside the jail? Aam Aadmi Party is set to host public dialogues across the nation and find out what the people feel about this particular question. Aam Aadmi Party will be holding a referendum across the nation where they will run a campaign, they will visit households, and also hold public discussions, street discussions. That's what I meant. But where will this all lead to? Is Arvind Kejriwal trying to play a deliberate victim card, or he's running out of options and therefore he doesn't have any other alternative but to go back to the people who elected him? Joining me now is Dr. Akashdeep Muni, who is a political commentator and an Aam Aadmi Party supporter. Thank you, Dr. Muni, for joining. We have Raju Williams, senior journalist from Punjab, joining there with us. Thank you so much. And we have TK Rajlakshmi, who is the deputy editor of the Frontline. Thank you, Rajlakshmi. And I would like to begin today's discussion with Dr. Akashdeep Muni, that people are questioning the logic of a referendum. Why hold a referendum? Why not face the inquiry?
Okay, I hope you can hear me carefully.
Yes, I can.
Okay, very good question. I just request that you please give me at least 3-4 minutes without interruption, so that I tell you, because the question is small, but the answer is bigger one. Yesterday, and your panelists, some of the very experienced, knowledgeable panelists said that there were no 32 zones in Delhi. Delhi had only 13 zones, and they said that झूठ को इतने अच्छे से ना बोलिए कि वो सच लगने लगे. This is a comment which came. Now you asked me that why people, Aam Aadmi Party needs to go to the people. Why to conduct sabhas? Let me tell you about this liquor policy a little bit, and then tell you the ideology. This liquor policy was brought in 2020, and in 2020, the old liquor policy was going till last 14 years. And Delhi, the whole Delhi liquor shops were concentrated in the 60% area. No, 40% of Delhi had no liquor shops, no licensed liquor shops. This, I may challenge anybody who is listening to me can prove me wrong. Okay, I have done my research and I have all the data. Then, as per, क्योंकि क्या होता है ना, what happens is that people come into discussions without doing research. They just give their opinion. I did my research. In East Delhi, there were 18 liquor shops. All the liquor shops were concentrated in the 60% area. So, new Delhi policy was that liquor shops should be divided throughout Delhi. The 849 liquor shops should be divided throughout Delhi. Like Sangam Vihar, Chhatarpur, Tughlabad, Badli, Nareda, Buradi, Kiradi. These had no liquor shops. So people drank liquor, but they drank liquor from unlicensed shops. So what they did is they went to Haryana, they went to other places, Gurgaon, and took liquor.
All that is fine. Dr. Muni,
just give me 3 minutes.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out. We know that there are 32 liquor wins, but the point here is, and I want to come to you precisely for this, that if there is a liquor scam, if there it is, as what the central agencies are claiming, the BJP government is also saying that, there is a liquor scam. Now, if that scam has happened, and the investigation is still underway, but why not face the investigation? Why, holding a referendum? Because that forces me to ask you that, is this some kind of a theatrics? Is this some kind of a victim card which Arvind Kejriwal is trying to, gain sympathy somewhat?
Give me countdown of 180 seconds. I'll just, this is a broad point, very important point I'm making. Previously, the government used to earn 6,000 crores. Now, after bidding process, the government earned 9,500 crores. 25% of money was paid in advance. And then what happens is that when everything is done, then what happens is that then Delhi LG, on 17th November 2021, when this was to be implemented, 2 days before, Delhi LG said that no, I'll not allow shops in the 40% area to the licensees. Licenses have gone to the High Court. When the license went to the High Court, now mark my words, This, your political analyst will not say this because they have been not done research. Research करके तो आते नहीं है. Then they went to the High Court. Then High Court said that now, as you have not provided legal license for in the 40% area, return that 30%. So that is why again the 9,500 crore came down to 1,000 crore, and that is why the new liquor policy was taken back under the directions of the. Okay. Now my point is that now this information I gave you. Yesterday, this information was not with your with the honorable panelists. This information, how people know? When intelligent honorable panelists don't know about it. लोगों को कैसे पता चलेगा? लोगों को तभी पता चलेगा जब आम आदमी पार्टी के लोग गली गली जाएंगे, नुक्कड़ में जाएंगे और समझाएंगे कि लिकर पॉलिसी है क्या? What is the liquor scam all about? Now BJP has the manpower, such a big manpower, and they have all the news channels with them. So they reach every home. How the Aam Aadmi Party will reach? They have no news channels to support them. What they will do? They have to reach the common man. How they will reach? They have to go to the homes. And that is why this referendum is important. To go to the homes, tell the people. Otherwise, this Aam Aadmi Party will be totally finished. People will think that हाँ liquor scam हुआ है, ये दारू बेच रहे हैं ये लोग, पर दारू नहीं बेच रहे हैं. They are enhancing the exchequer from 6,000 to 9,500, from which they are making more schools. Only Delhi's budget is above in plus.
All right.
Obviously,
So
Madhya
you are
Pradesh
saying,
budget.
right. So you are saying that Arvind Kejriwal doesn't have too many options. The media is not supportive. You don't have the agencies backing you, and therefore you don't have an option but to go to the people. Now, on the second bit, whether he should run the government from inside the jail, I'll come to you later on that. But on the referendum bit, I want to come to Raju Williams. Raju, what do you really have to say to the referendum which is going to be held now by the Aam Aadmi Party? Is it some kind of a cheap theatrics? Do you see this as a potential democratic tool which essentially is needed by the Aam Aadmi Party, given the fact that, the way the things are unfolding for them? Yes.
Thank you, Neelu, for bringing me to your platform today. All right, and I would like to correct you a very small bit that I'm Raju William without S. It's not Williams, okay. Right? Right. So, anyways, right. My point is that whatever there's a lot of conversations are going here. I'm joining you here from Punjab. A lot of conversations are going on here within the party, and of course, since Aam Aadmi Party is ruling here, so there is a natural curiosity. Whatever happens with their party convener, national leader, right? So that way, there's a lot of interest. All this has generated, this thing of referendum and all that. Let me tell you that here, what I am able to, make out so far is that people think that Aam Aadmi Party is mixing, the politics and the legal aspect, of this excise policy, right? It's a mixing up. So you're absolutely right. And naturally, the people here conclude, that it is a kind of a theatrics that the Aam Aadmi Party or Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, they're indulging in. Because, see, you are claiming innocence, right? My esteemed fellow panelist has just, claimed it. There's nothing wrong with excise policy. If that's the case, right, they shouldn't be afraid of facing it in the court. Right, and if they think that there is a politics behind it, so they should fight it separately on the political arena. So let me tell you, this alleged political persecution, which Aam Aadmi Party says every time they are claiming, they are against us, and all the party, and that's been their narrative right from the beginning, right? That all the political parties, they have ganged up against us, right? So this has been the thing, from day one. My point is that they should face the allegations about, the excise policy in the court on the merit of that, right? You have wherewithal, you can afford, the legal luminaries, the highest paid lawyers of this country. They're fighting your case, so they shouldn't be afraid of. You shouldn't be afraid of that. My point is that despite all this, their narrative of having been persecuted, this stands nowhere, because politically people have reposed faith in you. They have returned you thrice in Delhi, which is your base, twice in the assembly elections and once in the MCD election. You have dethroned BJP as a political rival from there. And then Punjab, such a thumping majority people of Punjab voted for. It was because of the political correctness of your agenda that people of Punjab bought what you presented before them as a good model of
Raju, if
government.
I interrupt you, day
So
before yesterday, the meeting which was held at Arvind Kejriwal's residence, where all the MLAs had attended that meeting, and that's where exactly the decision on the referendum was taken. Arvind Kejriwal said that, he'll have a meeting with the MLAs of Punjab as well. Now, when is that meeting going to be held? Any idea about that? When is he meeting the Punjab MLAs, and how crucial will that be in the context of the things?
let me tell you, Neelu, one thing. It's not about only this query of yours. It's been, right from the beginning. I fail to understand why the Aam Aadmi Party is so secretive about, whatever they're doing. They are not speaking out. Even after, getting elected, forming the government, there is a common complaint that the elected MLAs, they don't speak, and minister, they don't speak with the people. I'm disclosing it on your platform that the constituency, where I am, my MLA, Aam Aadmi Party MLA, since his March 22, since he got elected, he never responded to my call. I'm a voter. I'm a citizen. So this is the secret. So this explains, what I want to say about, that whether there is a meeting held or being held, they're so secretive about it, and there are so many ifs and buts around it. When they're going to do it, when not to do it, there may be last moment changes, because this is a kind of confusion mixed with the apprehension here, which a kind of atmosphere which is prevailing here right now. Nobody knows what to do. And all eyes are up to Arvind Kejriwal. Like I yesterday said that now Aam Aadmi Party is Arvind and Arvind is Aam Aadmi Party. So they're waiting. How do they do it? Because if meeting, they want meeting. So this party is known for having, the people who are the masters of, this digital technology. They need not have a meeting physically, right? Getting MLAs to Delhi. But if they do, then it will be a kind of a show of strength.
Sure.
So, like you already said in your introduction, that they have, so many things. There's a physical part of this referendum, which they'll be executing, like holding. And then there is another part, that is the digital part that they need not, because they want to go, like when Bhagwant Man's name was being, propped up, they adopted the same way, right? And that was an online kind of a thing. They gave out a WhatsApp number, and people voted online that who should be. The same thing can be done now. And if they want to take it across pan-India, across the country, then that is the best way. Because there are so many places where they don't even have their, their cadres, their units.
All right. Now let me go to TK Rajlakshmi now. Rajlakshmi, what do you really feel about this whole thing of holding a referendum, which Aam Aadmi Party has decided they will do nukkad sabhas, street meetings, and then above all, there is also going to be a poll on whether Arvind Kejriwal should be running a government from inside the jail. Now, this is something which is really unprecedented. We've never heard before. Even if they do it, how is that going to be possible? All those are big questions. So what do you think Aam Aadmi Party is really up to when they talk about referendum, when they talk about running the government from inside the jail? Yes.
See, clearly the Aam Aadmi Party is not in a good position as of now, with many of his ministers inside jail, and there is also this apprehension that Kejriwal would also be sort of put behind bars. So I mean, I'm really not ruling it out, because Sanjay Singh is inside. Sisodia is inside, right? And Raghav Chadha is suspended. Satyendra Jain has been inside for a very long time, right? And getting bail for them, I mean, is absolutely is proving to be, you know, a Herculean task. In fact, the bail was denied to Manish Sisodia recently on grounds that the money trail of 338 crore was only, you know, tentatively established. I mean, either it's established or it's not established, right? I mean, this tentative establishment as a ground for denying him bail. So once again, he was denied bail, and the Supreme Court had in fact very recently observed and had told the ED that it cannot go on assumptions, you know, that a bribe was paid. It had pulled up the investigative agencies, saying that, you know, you can't keep on, you know, dragging this thing. You have to either sort of produce evidence, and that you can't really sort of base your sort of argument, you know, on certain assumptions. So here is so the matter is already in court. So for that aspect, that, you know, go to court, etc., the matter is already in court, and the court itself at times has expressed, you know, a certain, you know, vexation with the investigating with the way the investigation is going on, right? And because I mean everybody sees this, you know, because there is a certain targeting of the opposition that is happening, all round targeting. Now there is no doubt about it, you know. Earlier, even if some people may have had some doubts, but then since it's happening to every political party in the opposition, and it's as if a thumb rule, you know, that they have to be targeted, whether it's elections, and how they have to be targeted, and whether they have to be targeted singly or maybe en masse, as it's happened in the case of Aam Aadmi Party. So it is not a good, you know, portent, you know, at all. And so I think, you know, given those apprehensions, and the other thing is the thing, Nilu, the way, you know, governors are behaving. Governors in various non BJP states, the way they are, you know, holding up bills. It's happened in Kerala. It's happened in Punjab. I just have the list. I mean, Kerala, you know, 8 bills have been held up. Okay, Tamil Nadu, you know, 12 bills have been held up. Punjab, 7 bills have been held up by the governor. Telangana had to go to court, and the Supreme Court finally said that the bills, you know, have to be sent to the governor, must be returned as soon as possible, and that the governor, you know, cannot sit on them. Okay, making state assemblies wait indefinitely, right? And it also said that the governors are not the elected representatives of the people, right? And who are these governors? These governors are people who've been appointed by the central government, and they are clearly playing to, you know, an agenda. And the bills, several of the bills that have not been given assent, they actually pertain, you know, to areas like public health, and higher education, lokayukta, and cooperative society. So these are areas which concern the lives of people. So by holding back the bills, they are actually doing a disservice to the people of
Rajalakshmi,
the country.
is
Yeah.
referendum going to be, according to you, is referendum will become the order of the day as far as the opposition parties are concerned? Because all opposition parties are accusing the government that, you know, they're using the central agencies, they are maligning their image, and they are witch hunting against them. So does referendum become a thumb rule for the opposition parties, like what Arvind Kejriwal is doing? Like Dr. Muni said, that he doesn't have an option but to go to the people who elected him. So does that become a thumb rule?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, Niru. It makes perfect sense, because if there is, government at its at one end, and determined to use its investigation agencies against the opposition in a manner to ensure that opposition ruled governments are unable to function. You have essentially put their people behind bars. You put people holding key portfolios behind bars,
Right.
and you expect the government to function. So you are leaving, in fact, no such option, and this option is there. I mean, it is basically a method of going back to the people, and I think politically it's a good move. I mean, I don't see any legal obstacles to it. I mean, it's basically a party which is making a
Yes.
statement. that we want to seek your opinion, and they're going to do a door-to-door campaign. I think
It
that's
might
fair
be
enough.
a good move, but definitely Arvind Kejriwal will continue to remain in
Yeah.
the headlines. But I'm going to come to you, Dr. Muni, on the bit. So far, he hasn't got arrested. He's not been for the questioning. 2nd November, he was supposed to go to the ED office. Then he went to Madhya Pradesh. We do not know when he's going to be questioned by the ED, when he's going to be arrested. But on the basis of the stories which are leaked out to the press, on the stories which are being planted, the whole lot of conspiracy theories that, apparently Arvind Kejriwal's wife might take over as the chief minister. There is a talk on the social media about that as well. Now, there are two questions to this side of the story. If he has to run the government from inside the jail, how do you think is that going to be possible? When you yourself are saying agencies are not by your side, the machinery doesn't support you. So do you think that if remaining outside, you've not been able to govern, is governance going to be that easy when you're inside the jail, except for remaining in the headlines, amplifying the things on the social media?
See, Niluji, neither I am the spokesperson nor I hold any party position. I am not even the member of Aam Aadmi Party. I'm just a political commentator, simple political commentator. One thing I just want to tell you that, of course, it may happen that Arvind Kejriwal might get arrested. Why I'm saying this? Because before a year, 6 months ago, I predicted that Sanjay Singh will be getting arrested. I even predicted that Mahua Moitra will be, she will be losing her parliamentary position. And today it happened. The ethics panel has told just 30 minutes ago that
Yes.
she should, yeah. And it may happen also, I predicted on your show, that she might go to jail.
Okay.
Now, how I know? I don't know. I'm not an investigating agency. Okay, neither you know. You are not an investigating agency. But how you are so sure? How we people are so sure that these people will be going behind bars? Even, I'll tell you, it's very tough with at this point. If you are speaking against the government, it's very tough life for you. And if you're speaking against Adani, it's toughest. Mahua Moitra case, she has done nothing. She has done literally nothing. And she'll be soon behind bars.
I've got the example of Mahua, but you come
Yeah.
back to the Kejriwal point because our time is limited.
Sure.
Once you speak on Kejriwal, rather than speaking on Mahua, we'll do another show on that.
Sure.
Tomorrow, yes.
No, I totally agree that Bharatiya Janata Party, there are many loopholes in Aam Aadmi Party, but Bharatiya Janata Party, they don't want to exploit the loopholes and put it in front of the public so that they will get votes. Bharatiya Janata Party has a simple fundamental that we have to finish Aam Aadmi Party, and Aam Aadmi Party has the tallest leader in Arvind Kejriwal. If Arvind Kejriwal goes to jail and somebody else becomes the chief minister, it is not about Brutus what Ashutosh was talking about in his article. It's not about that. It's about if somebody else becomes the chief minister, and if that person is unable to perform with the same integrity and mileage that Arvind Kejriwal is doing, like Bhagwan Maan is doing it, then these people will, remove Aam Aadmi Party throughout and finish them. So it's very tough times coming up. Aam Aadmi Party has very tough times coming up till 2024 elections.
But is there a backup plan? Is there a plan in place as to how you will run the government from the jail? Is there a talk at all, of how it's going to happen? Because we've never heard of a government being run from the jail.
There is no option. Aam Aadmi Party has no option.
So you're saying that you have to do it.
They don't have ample number of spokespersons who can represent them on all the TV channels. So they are very small party. BJP is a very big party. Even Congress is a very big party. But Aam Aadmi Party has taken, national stage, and उसने इतने, मैं हिंदी में बोलूँ तो उसने इतने पंगे ले लिए कि it's very tough for them. But they are doing it. They'll do it. Brilliant. Hats off to them. Okay. But yes, one last point I'll tell, that they are making mistakes. They are making governance mistakes. But interestingly, BJP is not focusing on that. What my very good panelist was telling, Raju Williamji, that they were making mistakes, but the BJP is not focusing that. They are interested to rout this party.
All right. So you are saying the BJP wants to destroy Aam Aadmi Party. Now, 1 minute each to Raju William and TK Raj Lakshmi, and then I'll end the show. Raju, to you first. Be brief in your remarks. That is Arvind Kejriwal now forced to play a martyr. He's forced to play this victim card to remain in the headlines of the people, to gain sympathy of the people. And that's what is going to be the survival mantra of Kejriwal. Yes, Raju. 1 minute. Yes.
Yeah, Nilu, not forced, but by choice. Not forced. This martyrdom, the political martyrdom, by choice. Because I still suspect that if BJP is going to BJP, like if we allege that they are behind it, they are going to take such a step of arresting, because it can work both ways. They can make, it will be the doing of the center if they make a hero out of martyr out of Arvind, right? Or if they are doing it themselves. One point I want to make.
Are you doubting that he will be arrested? You are saying that you have your doubts if at all Arvind Kejriwal will be arrested.
Why this hype is? Yeah, I have until it happens. Because you see, arresting Sasodia, arresting Sanjay Singh, that's it's not comparable with the Arvind. Arvind is a different league. Arvind is a different league.
Dr. Muni does have a point when he says that BJP is trying to destroy. Look at Satyendra Jain, Manish Sisodia, Sanjay Singh, all their tall leaders are being arrested. So what's stopping BJP from arresting Arvind Kejriwal? They can go and arrest him anytime. So the party has to make up its backup.
Because Nilu, because Arvind Kejriwal is Aam Aadmi Party, right? Manish Sisodia, Satyendra Jain, or whoever. They're not even they don't have that traction in Punjab. They're ruling. The limited Arvind is a pan India. He's got a pan India identity.
Right, and that's why the
Gujarat election. Name of Arvind. Arvind is a different league. Arvind is Arvind is a different league, right? Arresting or taking such an extreme step against him might have his own pitfalls, right? But that's why I say I'm not ruling it out. They will not be arrested, but I don't, and that is why ये जो है ना जो अपना खुद शहीद होने वाला उसको इसलिए बोल रहा हूं मैं, because the thing has come first from the Aam Aadmi Party that they are going to do referendum. What is the cause of referendum? ED notice to Arvind Kejriwal. Now you see, does Aam Aadmi Party imply that the court is against them? They are not going to give them a relief, right? Court wouldn't appreciate their innocence if presented in a legal manner.
So Raju,
here there's a politics.
So Raju, you're saying that this is an unnecessary hype being created by the Aam Aadmi Party. Is that what you're saying? Yes or no?
Yeah, they are creating hype, but for their own political survival, and they have got. They think that here is an opportunity. Here is an opportunity.
Okay, fair enough. Now,
5 seconds, one information.
What would you really say? Yes, Muni, very quickly.
Just 5 seconds. Yeah. I'll tell you, they wanted to arrest Arvind Kejriwal, but they thought that it will backfire. So what they did is that they didn't summon Arvind Kejriwal till the last moment. But the judgment of Manish Sisodia was a shot in the arm. That okay, now that is why that the same day someone was sent. If Manish Sisodia would have got bail, someone would not have been sent.
All right. Okay, so Raj Lakshmi, what would you say to this entire story about Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal? Where is this all heading to? Are we going to see it like unfolding it like a political drama never seen before? Typically Aam Aadmi Party style, going to the people, remaining in the headlines. Is that what we're going to see in the coming days?
It's okay, Nilu. It's perfectly fine. I do not think that that if the BJP only has monopoly of political drama, the Aam Aadmi Party can, I think, jolly well do this. And this is all. I mean, yes, I mean, it's a survival issue also. And if they do sort of put him behind bars, then I think the BJP can sort of kiss goodbye to the idea of coming back to Delhi ever again. Because Kejriwal is a man who's given so much in terms of subsidized, various things to people in Delhi, which essentially, because he was, I think, the I think, let's say, like the beginner, I mean, the person who started it all. Okay, this whole Revdi thing that the BJP says now, and of course, and it doesn't shy away from doing the same.
Sure.
But then, so I don't think it will take the extreme step of sort of putting him behind bars. Yes, but harassment will be there. Summoning ED, and then long hours of questioning and querying and all that stuff will happen. But yeah, but I think Kejriwal knows how to handle this, at least.
Okay, so you're
Despite
saying
everything that's happening.
Kejriwal is mature enough to handle a situation like this, but as Dr. Muni said, that Aam Aadmi Party doesn't have an option but to go back to the people who elected Arvind Kejriwal as the leader and the chief minister. So it's going to be interesting as to what's going to happen in the coming days, and especially all eyes would be on whether at all Arvind Kejriwal will be arrested. Thank you so much, Dr. Muni, Raju William, and DK Rajlakshmi. It was wonderful having you on the program. And one appeal to the
Thank you
viewers
so
who
very
are
much.
watching this discussion: subscribe to our channel, send us your feedback, and stay tuned to The Federal. Thank you.
Subscribe to The Federal's YouTube page for more news and updates.